Hey there, people. Tonight I want to tell you a story. This story happened over 10 years ago. One night I was bored and I started to watch this Chicken Soup for the Soul program on PAX TV. I don't know if you remember what PAX TV is or was. It was a family-friendly network that showed family-friendly programming appropriate for families. Nothing but sex, profanity, or violence. Clean programming. I don't know if they're still on the air or not, but basically they were like a Hallmark channel, as you would call it. Anyways, about Chicken Soup for the Soul. Chicken Soup for the Soul was a show that ran for a couple years, and they had a bunch of short story movies per show or per episode. Maybe they would have 2 half-hour short story movies per episode, equaling 1 hour. I can't remember how exactly that show worked. Anyways, that night when I was watching Chicken Soup for the Soul, there was a short story movie where Mickey Rooney was playing an old man that had to give up his pet dog because he had to go into a retirement home. And he was trying to find a home for the dog. And one day, him and the dog were walking up a sidewalk, and Mickey spotted this sad, lonely boy sitting on a porch, sort of hiding his eyes like this, like he was sad or lonely. And Mickey didn't want to carry the dog up to the boy and say, "Here you go." He wanted to discreetly let the dog go so the dog would run into the boy's arms. So that's what he did. Mickey let the chain loose from the dog, and the dog ran up to the boy on the porch into the boy's arms, and the boy was happy again. And when the dog ran up to the boy on the porch into the boy's arms, the parent came out of the house onto the porch, and the parent saw Mickey Rooney walking down the sidewalk. And the parent didn't say anything what was going on. The parent knew what was going on, but the parent didn't say anything to the kid. The parent wanted the kid to believe that the dog was homeless, and the dog just ran up into the boy's arms like the dog found a new friend, and the boy found a new companion or friend. And after watching that show, I was almost ready to cry. I was trying not to cry. And I went into the garage after watching that show, and I was sweeping the floor. I was cleaning the garage. I was sweeping the floor really slowly. I was trying not to cry. Then all of a sudden, my neighbor comes over and asks me if I could help him lift something. So anyways, I went over by my neighbor's house and helped him lift this big toolbox that he was building. He was a carpenter. He was building this big toolbox for his truck. And after I helped him lift the thing, I started to talk to him, and I felt better after that. I mean, if I would have stayed in that garage, I would have probably broken down and cried. And yes, that was the night I almost cried after watching that Chicken Soup for the Soul show. And there's a lot of programs or movies that make people cry, but they really don't have any effect on me. But that show that night had that effect on me. I almost cried. And that concludes this video. Bye.